Who? What's going? Was an alien? What's going on? YouTube is Donnie B all day. Don't know what that was all about. Today, you follow the description so you already know what's coming at you. Tops knives, tops knives, tops knives. And which of the tops knives am I bringing you? Woo! Something exciting. That's the help me whistle, not the, oh my gosh, it's that guy running for president who keeps sniffing my head whistle. All right, so the Prather freaking war buoy. Yeah, that's what we're bringing you today. So taking a look at the sheath. Always, a lot of these knives come with this style sheath. There's a few companies that do it, that send their knives out in this sheath. Yes, it's MOLLE compatible. Yes, it's belt compatible. Yes, it's jump compatible. I don't like the double straps. Hate the double straps. Yes, it's lined. Yes, it has a pouch. Yes. I don't like these nylon sheaths. I just don't like them. Don't like nylon sheaths. Don't like them. I'd rather either a beautiful leather sheath or give me Kydex or something like that. Just not a fan of these. They're way too long. Way too long. Just unnecessary. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. But if I have to say, they're made really well. Tops has a very, very good sheath. I'm just not a fan of this style. That being said, it's a good sheath. What do you want? But we're not talking about which is better, the chicken or the turkey. We are talking about this made in the USA, Sweet Caroline, badass piece of hunk of 1095 right here. So, I mean, what we're looking at, I got all the specs right below me. We're looking at an overall length of 12.63, a blade length of 7¼ inches, a blade thickness of 1/4 inch, a blade steel of 1095. We're looking at a blade finish of black traction coating with black linen micarta with Rocky Mountain tread. We're looking at a 14.4 ounce weighted knife. And well, that's pretty much it. Designed by Jeff Prather. That's why it's the Prather war buoy. Lanyard hole cut in very nicely, done excellent. It's got liners, great for shock, great for just aesthetics. It looks beautiful. It is jimped in the beginning of the spine, and it has a beautiful long clip point with this amazing flat grind. Oh man, do I love this thing. Prather war buoy. I said Bowie. Prather war buoy by Jeff Prather, Z-2150. That's what you're looking at right there. This thing is built, it's built as a looker. If it could do nothing, if this knife absolutely sucked, it would still be awesome just by looking at it. But I don't think we're going to run into that problem. Now, like Tops blades, how they come, it's got the differential heat treat. So right here, you're looking at a Rockwell hardening between 56 and 58, somewhere in there. And then as it goes up, it gets a little softer. And that gives you shock, and it makes it less brittle all around. You're not going to be using this as a ferro rod striker here, but they give you a very long cutting edge, and this little area right here is perfect for any of those needs. Now, it is a war buoy, so do you really need to make it as your camp buoy and start striking ferro rods with it? Why not? Why not? Just because it's a fighting knife design, right? You can tell by that big clip point. All buoys are fighting knives. Because it's got this beautiful, look at this beautiful swedge. Oh, how long it's cut and it's tapered. Whole. just because of all that doesn't mean it's just a fighter. This can be used as your camp knife, and we're going to figure that out, how that all works. Let's test the edge here. Oh crap. Oh crap, I'm going to lose them all. I'm going to lose them all. We're outside. Oh yeah, you can see it. You can see it. Made a nice little patch there. Whoo-wee. It's sharp. It's sharp. I haven't gotten a tops knife that's been dull. I haven't gotten a tops knife that couldn't shave out of the box. These things come sharp. But let's see if they come ready to rock. I know all my other tops knives. Whoo, man, they come ready to rock. They come ready to go. Now this thing, I will tell you, as a war Bowie, I find the weight is good, but it's not great as a war Bowie for me. I like to have a nice front heavy blade, you know, and remember, all the people that are gonna in a knife fight, you don't spin the knife in front of you. If you're spinning the knife, it's in a guard, and it's to, you know, change position. So if you're fighting forward, bah, 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 and maybe you need to get inside, you're gonna tack it up and uppercut. So this is practice, just to keep the knife in your hand and to get used to the feel of the knife. When you're spinning a knife in combat, you're not doing it way out in front of you. So if some of the people out there who go, oh, you can't do that, you're gonna get knocked out here. Look, weak grip. Oh no, he knocked it out of my hand. Oh my gosh, I can't stand that. All right, so let's get into it. Let's do some casual 4-foot drops and test the balance. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about with the weight. There we go. There we go. It barely turned over on that one. Woohoo! But you can see that the weight is a little off, and it's off to the rear. And the heavier they are in the rear, the less they are capable as fighting knives. Now, here's the deal. Would I be able to take this into combat and come home? Hell yeah. This is a beast. As a fighting knife, it's properly shaped, it's properly edged, you can hold on to it. Everything about it's right. I just would prefer weight distribution a little better toward the belly, so I can get that power swing where when you swing in this one, you can feel the weight in the rear. And that is what separates like the best fighting knives, you know, in the world. It's all weight distribution. So let's see. Oh yeah. So, but here's the deal. You don't need it to be a fighting knife. Not when it's this capable of everything else. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Wow. Wow. So I mean, you look at that bird's nest right there. That's a bushel. That's a let's get that fire started right bushel. So. Let's see what we got here. Wow. It's a digger when you're chopping. Without a doubt, it's getting in there. It's digging in. So you got to make quick tent spikes. You got to make a spear, a couple arrows, something. You got to put a point on a long stick so you can defend yourself against bears and cougars and mountain lions and all that crap. Hoo-wee. This is going to be your no problem blade for all that. Think about it. You sharpen a long stick and you hold that thing out and you hold this thing in. That's the double whammy right there, guys. That's the double whammy right there. That is the double whammy. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's see. We'll start with a thin one. Bang on this guy right here. Bang on it like a drum. Ooh, we need something bigger. We need something bigger. That's what we need. Oh, we didn't do a couple hard downward throws, but I have no doubts that these scales aren't going to come off. So a couple hard downward throws, check the tip, check the scales. Man alive. That's got some bite, y'all. That's got some bite. All right, so let's break into this. Let's break into this hunk of wood. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bam. Bam. So, wood processing. Can we do it? Well, we're doing it. So, don't let the name fool you. You might be out thinking, I want a new survival knife. And I really like the look of that Prather war Bowie, but it's a war Bowie. It's not a survival knife. Well, don't get mixed feelings. This thing makes for a great camp knife, and you got to remember, it is a clip point, which means the tip is really strong up top. So if you're banging on it like this, don't catch your hand on it. I was like, where's the blood coming from? I can feel it. All right, so processing wood, abso-freaking-lutely. And I keep going back to this because it's got full of knots. And you know, there's no better way to test a knife than to start pounding through knots and watch your edge maintain. And that edge is maintaining. All right, so let's see. Oh, let's get rid of some of this crap. All right, let's go. Let's get rid of some of that crap. Let's do the test to see how this edge profile is, and we're going to try and just skate in between the bark and the first layer of color. We don't want to get under the bark. We want to get into the bark. And if you're shaving and you can shave from brown to other color brown instead of, like, if we went too light, you see that light color? No, we don't want that. I'm trying to just see how sharp the edge is by just shaving away the skin, and that's it. And if you don't have a nice sharp edge and a nice clean grind angle, this right here, you're not going to be able to do, right? Everything you do is going to look like this. It's going to be just too much. So if you're looking to make a handle and you want that, you don't want to get down to the sticky area, but you want to get to that nice brown area where you're going to get good grip right off of the bark, that's the kind of knife you're going to do. So if you're building a spear or a walking stick and you don't want to hold the bark, right, that's what you do. You just shave yourself off the bark, and if you do it like this, you see how easy it goes. It's just faster the other way, but look at this. So that gives you a nice grip on a walking stick. If you never knew that, now you do. So let's do the old kitchen test here. Oh, chop the vegetables. Man, even through the thick parts, no problem. No freaking problem. The blade itself, as far as survival knife and camping knife, the weight of this blade really does it justice. As far as things like processing and carving and things like that, let's try. Let's see. I'm losing all my pieces here. Let's do a little notching here. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Oh man, I have barely any stick to hold on to. There we go. There we go. So, notching, yes, let's square it off. The old Lincoln log notch here. Turn it around. And voila, square notch. No problem. Everything you would want in a survival knife, you're pretty much getting out of this. Let's see. Let's see if we can't do a little bow hole drill. Let's see. Did you hear that? You hear that in the wood? Wow. Wow. Bow hole drill. Shoot, man, this could be a drill. Look at that. I'm going to show you. Look at that. So not only did I do that, but it left a nice little split at the end. So literally, if I was going to make myself a nice round stick here and get my bowing in, right? That's not a bow, obviously. A bow is longer. But I would be able to put my fluff right at the end of this because I already have that nice air channel. And I could just do this, right? And keep going until I get some heat in just by that little bit. Look how it smoothed out that hole. Look at that. That's good friction right there, y'all. That's good friction. Get a little bit of tiny bit of warmth on there. This is what it's supposed to be. But we need to test it. We need to test it. All right, let's see. Let's chop something. Got Bigsby just laying in the grass staring at us, saying, what are you guys doing? How come I'm not invited? All right, so make sure you guys are in there. Ooh. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. It chops. It chops. It chops well. Look at this freaking blade. Look at this freaking blade. So it does absolutely everything. So here we go. We have a knife that is strong, right? Let me get a seat over here. This knife is strong, and it's got this amazing shape. It's just an amazing shape. As far as you want a knife that you can just pull out in any crowd of friends at the house and have them all go, wow, I need one of those. This is the kind of knife you pull out. The Prather War Bowie, man, it is just gorgeous. But you see all those scar marks on there, right? That's because it was able to earn those marks. It chops, it processes, it feathers, it peels. You can whittle with it, you can carve, you can bow hole drill. Trying to think of what else, you need to do it with your lanyard hole here and this little tiny spot in the ricasso. And because it's a flared out handle, you can tie this to a stick, attach it, and make yourself a spear or a defender against predators. Man, this is a cool knife. This is a very, very cool knife, and it's strong, just strong. The edge on there is immaculate. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter if you're going to chop, you're going to baton, you know what I mean? You're going to do all the good stuff at the campsite. The blade is there. The blade is there. It's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's awesome. It is awesome. So, if you've been in the market and you're thinking to yourself, all right, it's cool, but is it good? Well, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's cool, man. Oh, gosh. That was in there. I hit that up and down, and it was just in there. Man. All right. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. Right. Breaking my tripod here. I threw this knife twice in my life. Just twice in my entire life. And you just saw both of them. And both of them stuck. And they both dug in. It's the Prather War Bowie, guys. This knife, this is one of those, you know, Rambo could use it knives. That's exactly what this is. This is the kind of knife that you would see your hero in a movie carrying to defend himself. This is one of those knives where out of the darkness grabs the head and takes it off. It's just that kind of knife. It is so very cool to look at. I mean, I could put this in a medieval movie and I could put this in a futuristic movie and it holds true in both. I mean, it's just an all-around great design. It's a beauty. It is a freaking beauty. But what's better than the fact that it looks amazing is it performs. It performs really well. It holds up really well. And it's comfortable. It's comfortable. Now, remember, my hands are ginormous. So with my hands, and I can get a grip on it and hold it, anybody with smaller hands than mine is gonna love this. Big hands, it might feel a little small. It might feel a little small because of the tapering, but not too small, not to where you're not going to be able to hold on to it, not to where this is going to slide away from you. This is a very well-made hunk of steel, and the overall look of it. And here's the deal: I wasn't going to use this today. I had another knife ready to go for today, a folder, as a matter of fact, and that's what I was going to review. But I'm going for another hike. I just went one yesterday. I'm going to go today. And I want to carry this so bad. I was like, I got to get this review done because I can't review a knife that I've already used, because then I'm not giving you accuracy on things like, you know, out-of-the-box sharpness. So I want to take this with me so bad that I figured I better get this review done just so I can carry it. And that's what's happening today, is this thing is going into the woods with me. And now that I have actually used it, man, I know what it's capable of. I know what I can do with it. And I know that if something goes wrong from here to there and I get stuck out there, I know I'm going to be A-OK. I will be A-O-freaking-K with this guy. This, my friends, is the Prather War Bowie by Tops. And it is all of that. It is tops. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.